All right, so that was the first time I've ever stopped a live and then restarted. So hopefully those of you that were on before will realize what happened, aren't sitting there waiting for me. I'm just gonna wait for a second. So I ended up having to fix my live chat. Hi, who is Angie No? Thanks for coming back. I don't know what it said. Hi, Poet Mama. I don't know if this is going to be better connection for you guys. I had to restart mine. I apologize. Literally, I've never had to do that before. That's the first time I've ever had a live where I've had to restart it before. So I don't know. Hi, Sarah. Shades of Amber. Weird. I don't know. I'm having glitchy issues with Instagram today, so I don't know if it's across the board, like if they have some like Instagram issues in general. I've been having issues with my laptop version of Instagram, so. Hi, Armor Word. Hi, Asanali Gupta. Anyways, so I'm going to continue on. I apologize for that, the little, break there, but I'm glad you found me. This was like the first live I've ever had where I've had to jump back on. So, gone this last several months without ever having that kind of a technical issue before. Oh, weird. So it just keeps pausing? Interesting. Okay. Good to know. I wonder if Instagram's just having a whole issue. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to read through the rest of the poems I want to share with you guys, just because we covered a lot of stuff on that first little bit, but then now I don't want to not get done with these pieces I want to read, and then I don't know, I just, this has already been kind of an odd live session for me. Hi, Edward. I'm glad you're back. It's getting paused again. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because there's a lot of glitches and errors, I'm just going to hope that my video recording worked and that I will share it with you guys following the live session. So normally it allows for 24 hours to share on Instagram, the live session, but I'll also upload whatever I get on YouTube. So I think the first 10 minutes or so that we talked earlier is gone. However, the rest of this second session hopefully we'll capture, and I'll add it on YouTube so that if you cannot watch and it keeps pausing and glitching on you, that you at least get to see it later. All right, so the next one I'm going to read is by the Blogger Guy, and here it goes. Maybe life isn't about making yourself smile. Maybe it's all about making others feel good about themselves. Talking to them about their issues, having sympathy for one another, asking someone if they're okay rather than judging them for something they did. Doing this ignites a positive spark within ourselves, which ultimately flames our fire to do good and feel good. Seeing a person smile because of you is the happiest thing you can ever see. Maybe this is all that is required to make the world a better place for everyone. Maybe this is our lives' purpose. I love that, and I think there's so much truth to that. And that's the Blogger Guy. I totally agree with you, Blogger Guy. So I'm going to keep my comments to a minimum just in case. Just because I did a little bit more commentary on the first live attempt, and I don't want to mess up this next video or this next live session. I want to try to get as many of you guys in here to read I want to read as many of these pieces as possible. And again, I will add this to YouTube when I can, hopefully within the next week or sooner. Everything else, like I said at the beginning of the live session from the last time, I said that I have everything caught up on our group YouTube for Writers and Poets Cafe, from all of the stuff I've done in terms of helping market yourself as a writer, those little 10-minute videos I've done on IGTV. I've also, oh, hi, Austin. I've also done all of the live sessions that I've been able to record that I didn't glitch on me, are also up, except for the one from the beach that I did this past Sunday. So that one will be up soon. However, everything else is pretty much caught up, and then this one will go up on YouTube as well, so long as Instagram is being nice to me and it's recording properly. Okay, guys. All right, so this next one's by Poems by Kayla. A World of Worry. Violence, intimidation, weapons, and chaos are being used to create power. All the destruction and heartlessness affects so many innocent people every hour. The way reality once was compared to what it has become are worlds apart. Now people are being left with shattered hearts. It's like the damage of a hurricane, just with so much more pain. The world has a rippling echo of sadness and sorrow. So many communities are now unrecognizably empty and hollow. Towns took over by combat, taking away life. The people who are left behind are left to face so much strife. There is so much bloodshed and helpless tears, but nobody listens because they have ignorant ears. People are left with no way of a deep defense, so they are defenseless. All the evil is in this world is just so senseless. Damage, destroy, and destruction. It's like we've had an epidemic that's had a huge eruption. The future of the world looks very unstable and alarmingly unstill. Is there ever really a justified reason to kill? Why have so many people become spiteful and sadistic? And why is the world filled with greed and people who are materialistic? We've been invaded by drama. Too many people are left to face trauma. Children caught up and violence left in distress. Why does our world have to be in such a mess? People flee to escape their countless vile reality. Internet trolls are always spreading hate, and there could be a different fate. What happened to love, peace, harmony, and that feeling of a warm hug from a pair of caring arms? Why does the world have to be filled with so much hurtfulness that only causes harm? We don't have to accept a world of pain that has a lack of care. We all have love inside our hearts that we can choose to share. And that's Poems by Kayla. Well done. That was so good. The next one I'm going to read is by poet Yasmin. The caption says, "The earth is empty." Here it is. "The earth is empty. Families are missing. Loud cries from the north, echoes in the south. A thin wall divides the east from the west. It's a scene from the rapture. It's a scene from the rapture." And that's poet Yasmin. Starting to see a theme with you guys. Kind of interesting when I select some of the pieces that you guys write. Sometimes they all kind of blend in together, as if you guys are all you're all writing from the same group or something. Exactly. All right. So again, keep commenting, you guys. Keep talking amongst yourselves, and I'm just gonna try to get through these because I really want to make sure I get them all in before Instagram does something terrible to glitch the whole thing. Okay. All right. So the next one is by Echo L. Casey. I think I said that. Yeah, Echo L. Casey. "Do not offer up the heavens. Do not promise the moon. Do not swear upon the stars and then deliver to me sand. If sand is all you have, then promise me sand. If you promised me nothing, I would take your empty hand. And that's Echo LKC. That was the first I've read from Echo. So it's been fun seeing some new writers come into the group and share their work with us. The next one is also a new one, and it's Arlene Poetry. And this is Lost in You. Your love is warm and supple, like the kiss of gold on autumn mornings. You're built steadier than mountains, with tendrils of wind caressing the hair on the back of your neck. Tickling trees. You screw me as mercilessly as the sea, sweeping me into the currents of your typhoon, yet later make love to my mind the way waves lap at the earth for forgiveness. You take me deeper than the rush down my spine when your body commands me to praise God. When it's you that takes me higher than he can even think to take my soul. You are my beginning and end. I am lost in you. And that is by Arlene Poetry.
Sorry.
You probably can hear my daughter in the background. Okay. The next one is by Poet Mama. I'm not sure if she's still on here. I know you were having some issues with Instagram pausing. Okay. First world problems. I know we made those comments before in the group. I just don't like it when they interrupt our live streams, that's all. But we are pretty lucky to have this ability to do these live sessions. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat to have this. To be able to read your work with you guys live and see you guys a couple times a week. It's a nice what do you call it? It is a privilege and a nice extra that we get to have. But sometimes even Instagram isn't perfect. And Poet Mama, her caption says, "You have the power to change the world, so do it." You've got to know you are bigger than this world we are sinking in. Pull yourself together because change starts from within. Don't be so discouraged, not everyone will understand. That you were meant to soar. Why do your feet still hold this land? And that was Poet Mama. And the next one is by Her in Mind. Her caption says, "About today." All right. Oops. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here. Hold on. We can share. All right, there you go. All right. When you see the YouTube, you'll know what I just did there because it'll capture basically my screen. When I do the screen record, I do it because I want to capture all of your comments, but it also captures every little thing I do, every scroll or switching around and all that. It literally captures everything my screen does. So, here is Her in Mind. My body and brain are in autopilot. I see nothing but where I'm supposed to be, the destination to insanity. I need to go fast, otherwise they'll see me cry. And I'm not one to make a scene in the middle of the street. So let me just pass through you so I can get home safe without having troubles trying to get it through. Because my day was a mess. It's still getting worse, and I don't know why, but I just need a corner to cry. Let me be. Set me free. I need my space. I need to breathe. Anxiety is here, and she needs a second to appear. Don't worry too much, though. I'll try my best to make it quick. Like a short presence, like a guest who's just about to get out and disappear for a while. And that's Her in Mind. Aw, thank you, AFA. The funny. That is really kind of you. I think if we all start doing stuff like that, we'll do it's whatever we can within our own power to make the world a better place. But that's really kind of you, and it's encouraging. Thank you. Hi, Easy GT. The next one is by Poetry by HPB. And this is the first time I've read anything by her. And here it is. I'm scared to write about you, to search in my brain for words I once knew, to seek memories buried and tossed aside, to uncover truth I've fought so hard to hide. HPB. That's Poetry by HPB. Really? That's my son getting ice. You done now? You guys, seriously, this is my life. Oh, there's one kid. There's another kid. So, my husband says he's gonna make me a soundproof room one day. But this is life. See, there's my son. There he is right there. That's my boy. He just got home from work. Hi, Zachy. Hi, Ava. That's my artist, the one that draws 24/7. That's my... Well, just about. Anyways, so there was a little snapshot of my life. All right, guys. The next one I'm going to read is by M is for Marigold. I ran to you across that busy street, and you lifted me right up out of my bones. Spun me round into outer space to dance across the galaxies. Because I never felt as light as I did that night, I ran into your arms. You lifted me, and my feet never came back to the ground. And that is M is for Marigold. I love that. I like that line. You lifted me right up out of my bones. Good line. It's really good. The next is by Pradeep M2172. This is just a night of issues with Instagram. We love you, Instagram. Okay. Like pearls, her smiles come out of hurts, nurtured long in her heart. No wonder they are so beautiful. That's Pradeep M2172. I'll read it again because it was so quick, but it's really good. Like pearls, her smiles come out of hurts, nurtured long in her heart. No wonder they are so beautiful. Pradeep M2172. It is so beautiful. I agree with you. The next is by It's Me, Mayuri. All right. And this is there's a lot of new poets kind of contributing their pieces to the group, and it's kind of exciting because, it'd be great to just keep growing our little family. And there are those that come and go and they kind of stick around for a moment, but there are those of you that have been with me from the beginning, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And and it's fun to have some new life breathed into the group. I feel like we get new people every week, and really though, what makes this group so wonderful and so strong are those of you that stick around and really have a heart for what the group is for. All right, so here is It's Me, Mayuri. I wish I can get those unfortunate words out of my mouth. When it comes to you, because my tears are wasted. When it comes to you, because my tears are wasted on being a vessel, echoing your every whim, ready to carry your everything. When we both know I don't exist, I'm running on empty. That's really good. It's one of those that it doesn't take a lot of words. It says quite a lot. And I just read it through it kind of quickly, so let me read it one more time. I wish I could get those unfortunate words out of my mouth when it comes to you, because my tears are wasted on being a vessel echoing your every whim, ready to carry your everything when we both know I don't exist. I'm running on empty. And that's Mayuri, or it's me, Mayuri. You guys still there? It says I have 5 people on my live. I think I lost half of you when I had the glitch, or I know a lot of people couldn't stick around because of the connection or the Instagram stuff happening. You guys still there? Hello? No? You're just listening? Maybe you're frozen. I don't know. I'll just keep reading. The next one is by Alpha Poet. Let me straighten. I've been led astray from the haven, craving to awaken, to lay ink to make a statement, to say things before I knew what hate meant. If you thought I was sane then, you're 100% mistaken. Anxiety got another patient. It's dead grass I've been grazing. Life's a wreck tangled up. I've been stuck in the vertex, like life, a collection of some absurd facts. The guy in the rearview mirror, I wish I were that. As I steer through fear, it gets severe. I've swallowed my tears. I don't need to be perfect, 'cause I'm real. The pain, it worsens, trying to brush the sneer. Plus, it hurts to trust some persons when someone takes your heart and plunges it like a spear. Alpha Poet. Brevity, yes, true. And you're talking about the previous one I read by Mayuri. All right, the next one is by Jim's Pen. Despite all the woeful complaints to the contrary, life really is fear. Fair. Important to pronounce things right there, especially in the English language. We have so many words that are spelled so closely together that just the wrong pronunciation can lose meaning. So let me start all over again for Jim's Pen. Despite all the woeful complaints to the contrary, life really is fair. It has only one rule. Nobody gets their way every time. Another one with so much, and as you put it, Edward, brevity. Brevity, but so much meaning. I agree. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Those that have stuck it out through all the technical issues, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, the next one is by Simulation 1. And this is called Polaris. Poem number 10. At this point, hi everybody, getting water. Everybody's really thirsty tonight in my house. Yeah, maybe it's like Instagram issues make people thirsty. I don't know, maybe. Okay, here's Simulation 1. Polaris. In the constellation Ursa Minor, I'm telling you, this is one of those train wreck live things that are happening right now. Yeah, you're scared to comment. You might throw the whole thing off. It might just shut down Instagram if you comment. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, wait. Okay, let me start all over again. I could do this, right? Okay. Okay. In the constellation Ursa Minor, the moon met the North Star, which reminded her of the sun, for in there he was the brightest. There's similarity in difference, because the North Star's too far. He doesn't steal her darkness. To him, there was no dependence. The distance she finds safest. He stood still, unmoving. A tool served for navigating, guiding the lost in the morning. Simone Flores, otherwise known as Simulation One, and she's one of our newer members of Writers and Poets Cafe on Facebook, and she's been an awesome contributor to our group. It's been really nice having all these new people come, and you know, I'm glad if you guys haven't joined our Facebook group, Writers and Poets Cafe. The link to the Facebook group is in the Eve Poetry Group bio, so definitely check it out. We'd love to have everybody. Okay, so when I started this, the sun was out, and I had my windows open, and now the sun's starting to go away, so I'm going to wrap things up here with, I have two more. And next one is by Mused Moments. This evening I found shelter amongst intoxicating thought, where breathing becomes labored, wanting what I've sought. Memories that capture and convolute my mind, the aching, vivid yearning that will surface in the rhyme. Maybe best to leave it where it had its time. To not indulge past moments that create soothe, but blind. I wonder what keeps searching from the moment we explored, the one that took our breath away and opened up the door. And that is Mused Moments. So good. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
That was what, 3 or 4 people that got water since I've been doing this. I'm locking all the doors to the house next time, okay, you guys? Seriously. I agree. Jim's pen. He's been a newer one too. Newer to me. I don't know. You guys might have been following him longer. You know, I've been so busy. Sometimes people seem new to me, but let's see. But yeah, I believe he is newer to this group, though. Generally speaking. I know. And those are that's my son's girlfriend. So that was my son, and then he came in with his girlfriend to get water. I'm like, really, people? I gotta start, I need to start, I don't know, bringing down the hammer. What's a good word? Like, there's so many ways to say it that can go off wrong, but let me tell you, people. I think God makes your children at a certain age. I think it's at the nature of humanity, or just our primal instinct. I think God, or whoever it is that you believe in, I believe in God, but the creator of this universe made children, your own children, undesirable after a certain age. My son's 19, and I love him, and he's a good man, but he's 19, and now it's time to get his butt out the door. And I didn't feel that way. I used to think, oh, my children can live with me forever. And I love my children, and I'll always be there for them. But they kind of become buttheads after a certain time. And I think that that's just the way that the universe works, and that God has made it to where you're you go from oh my gosh, I want to be with my children forever. I want them in the house all the time, forever, 100% of the time. And then they make them so annoying and irritating and, you name it, to where you're you can't wait for them to get out of the house. And I think that's just that's just nature's way of doing things, because eventually, they have to get out on their own. So I never thought I would be ready. And then I'm divulging this to you guys. You guys now know my little secret. I love my children, and I love being a mother. It's been the biggest gift that I've ever could have had, and I know so many people are not as blessed to have that experience. But, and I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong. But at some point, they need to learn how to fly with their own wings. They gotta get out on their own, and stop getting water in the middle of your live session on Instagram. Or wait at least until you're done or something. I don't know. Whatever. But that's okay. I could list the actual issues, but that would take too long. I would need another 2-hour live session. Okay. Slamming words together. Okay. And I'm not going to edit this. Whatever gets, it's all going on YouTube. I don't think my son watches it, so he won't care. Slamming words together _TW. This is the final one I'm going to read tonight. I might go back really quick and read the first couple that got lost in the first little live session I had that went haywire. So here is Wanderlust. Some would choose material things over seeing what the world has to offer us. But I would explore beaches in clover, and visiting the Swiss Alps is a must. I long for the romanticism of Paris and the foods I haven't tasted. I'll travel across Europe, fall in love with a stranger, and drink until wasted. Lost in the rainforests of Ecuador until I become bored of the sunshine. I'll fly to Ireland and look for my core values before leaving what is genuine. After having flown all over the sky, that will be the day I'm okay to die. TW, or slamming words together, TW. I love that. And that was called Wanderlust. So, I'm glad you're still here with me, Ed. Edward Lee, I'm Sarah. Sorry, Sarah, you'll get to see. I'll add these on our YouTube. Muse moments. I did read yours. I think that will actually end up. Yeah, yours was the one I did. Yeah, yours one I did. I read the one that says, "This evening I found shelter amongst intoxicating thought." So I will share this train wreck of a live session for you guys following, the 24 hours following. Plus, I'll even put it on YouTube regardless of how terribly this went. And actually, it's not bad. This live session is actually probably one of my better ones compared to some of my earlier lives that I've done. And just because I really don't want the ones that I read already to get lost, I'm going to go ahead and quickly read the first two, which I think are the only ones that didn't get included on this first session, or the second session, live session. And the first one I read was Angel M Poetry. And I'm going to move this over here. Let's see. All right. So I read this at the beginning of my first live session, but that is probably lost. So I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick. We're still on dry land, but we're drowning, engulfed by the changing tides from simpler times. You were once satisfied with a rod and a reel. We talked, we laughed. Distraction seemed to wash away. We heard the birds chirp and the wind mingle with the trees. The lake days were merely memories, although a few Polaroids snuck their way in our scrapbook. A place to look back together, just for you and me. But now times have changed. You join me at the lake, but your phone is your new companion. I talk. I wait. But the distractions seem to overpower you. I hear your notifications drowning out the sound of the children skipping rocks down the bank. The lake is no longer a memory, but a post to enhance your feed. A place where everyone looks, no longer just for you and me. We're still on dry land, but we're drowning. Drowning in the desire to appear to be living more than the desire to truly live. So tell me, darling, will the tides ever change again? And that was Angel M Poetry. And this one I think is the only other one that did not make this cut of the live session. So I'll just include this one as well. And this was AdNap 616. And then I think I ended up spending so much time talking about this one and Angel, their poetry or their pieces that I think these were the only two. So let me read this one as well, if you don't humor me. Yes, we did. I love my Writers and Poets Cafe family. You guys are the best. Seriously. You guys keep me going. Especially you, Edward Lee. Thank you. And Sarah, you guys, like kids and everything, you're still, you make it to these live sessions if you can, and I appreciate it more than you know. So, And here is AdNap 616. I tell myself I'm good with a table for one. Tell myself dining alone is just as fun. I tell myself that I wouldn't know what to do with all that cutlery at a table set for two. I tell myself that this is not boring, sitting here making up all the other couple's stories. I tell myself it's nice not sharing the wine, and the empty glass across from me they forgot to take away is just fine. I tell myself I am the only one that enjoys sarcasm. Who needs a conversational orgasm? I tell myself it's okay, at least alone I can eat my steak with my hands like a savage. Besides, who wants to deal with all my emotional baggage? And as I finish this meal with me, myself, and I tell myself the best dessert is perfectly prepared after dinner cry. J.L. Jones, AdNap 616. And that, my friends, is the last poem I'm going to read tonight. This has definitely been a productive and, I don't know, what would you call it? Eventful live session. You are so welcome. These moments. Definitely, you can go back to the live session, the Instagram live that should play out following this. When I close this up, and you could always just hit towards the right and it will kind of fast forward it to your poem, or you can watch painfully through the whole thing as I figure out what the heck's happening with Instagram. But thank you, Isanali Gupta. You've been so supportive, and you're a great, wonderful addition to our little group too. Oh, thank you. I am too. Even when there are a pain in my rear, I love them all so much. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love being a mom. I love having my teenagers, and yeah, they're great. It's fun having a family. I'm blessed, and I'm lucky. I'm so lucky. So as much as I make fun or make little comments and joke, I really don't mean. I mean, I kind of mean it, but mostly, it's kind of to be funny. You know what I mean? So. So we actually just finished a wonderful weekend at the beach, staying at a beach house that I've been visiting since I was in 7th grade, like about 13 years old or so. And it was nice to have that time with my girls and my husband. And it was kind of weird because this was the first family vacation we went on without my son. Now he's 19, so he's kind of at that age where he's doing his own thing. And he's kind of one step up the door, but not 100% out the door. And this is kind of a weird place to be as a mom, because, you know, like I thought, man, I could never live without my kids. And it's just kind of this weird place that we're in right now. I hate, like, I wish I could bring them on all my vacations to get with me, because it's so weird not to have all of them with me on a family vacation. True. A table for one. Yes, AdNap 616. So good. So hopefully everybody will see that they're, you know, I'm going to go ahead and I do a post after every live session tagging everybody that was read. So we'll make sure that they get to see all your wonderful comments, okay? Thank you guys for everything. If you have any questions, send me a DM. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up before my iPhone like self-combusts or something. Anything could possibly happen today, I feel like. So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out with me. All right, have a great night. Bye.